Everything is finally clicking for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it feels like we're witnessing that rare moment in baseball when all the pieces align at just the right time. Call it fate, call it timing, call it whatever you want. This is what people have been talking about for months now. The perfect storm is here. And for Dodgers fans, this is the kind of October setup you dream about. From the rotation to the bullpen to the lineup, Los Angeles looks primed not just to contend, but to dominate. The only thing left now? Execute. Let's start where every championship run begins, the starting rotation. The Dodgers are rolling into this postseason with a 1-4 that could easily stack up with some of the most intimidating rotations we've seen in recent playoff memory. Game 1 belongs to Blake Snell, a guy who's built for this moment. You want someone to set the tone? Snell is your man. Then you follow that up with Shohei Ohtani in Game 2. Let that sink in for a second. You get one of the nastiest lefties in baseball to kick things off, and then you bring in the unicorn himself. But wait, we're not done. Game 3, we're talking Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The guy's been electric and lives for the big stage. And closing out the four-man rotation is none other than Tyler Glasnow, who's proven time, and again, he's more than capable of shutting down big bats when it matters most. That's not a playoff rotation. That's a nightmare for any opposing lineup. You've got power arms, elite command, playoff experience, and versatility. Each guy brings something different to the table, and that kind of variety is dangerous in a 7-game series. You're forcing hitters to adjust every single night. And if the Dodgers get even average run support, that rotation alone can carry them deep. But it's not just the starters that have fans buzzing. The bullpen looks completely retooled and re-energized. We're seeing new faces like Robleski and Sasaki making serious contributions, and the addition of Tanner Scott gives this unit a much-needed edge late in games. The narrative around the Dodgers' bullpen used to be shaky at best, but that's not the case anymore. This is a different group. They're deeper, more confident, and more unpredictable, which is everything you want when October baseball turns into a chess match. And honestly, that's where people need to stop using the regular season to judge this team's relief corps. This isn't the same bullpen that struggled in June or July. This is a playoff bullpen. This is what it's supposed to look like when you make adjustments and get hot at the right time. Now let's talk about that lineup, because even with some injuries here and there, the Dodgers are still loaded from top to bottom. Will Smith's hairline fracture means he's out, which is definitely a blow behind the plate. But outside of that, the offensive firepower is still scary. Freddie Freeman at first base continues to be a cornerstone. The man just doesn't slow down. He brings consistency, leadership, and postseason experience. Second base is still a bit of a mystery, which honestly might work in the Dodgers' favor. When you don't know who's starting, neither does the opposing team, and that adds a layer of unpredictability that's hard to prepare for. Shortstop? That's Mookie's spot now. And for all the people that doubted whether he could handle it defensively, guess what? He's doing more than handling it. He's thriving. He's showing why he's one of the most valuable players in the game. And that move to short might end up being a major X factor. Third base rotates between Max Muncy and Kike Hernandez, and honestly, either one can hold it down depending on the matchup. You got experience, power, and defensive versatility there. Outfield-wise, left field is still a bit unsettled depending on who gets a nod, but center and right are locked down. And then there's the designated hitter spot, where Shohei Ohtani gives the Dodgers one of the biggest advantages in baseball. He's a weapon in every sense of the word, and his presence in the lineup forces pitchers to completely change their approach. You can't pitch around him because there's danger before and after his at-bats. That's what makes this lineup so deadly. There's no breathing room, no soft spot. Game 1 is already here, and the Dodgers are opening the NLCS on the road against the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a tough matchup, no question. Milwaukee's had a strong year, and their sweep of the Dodgers in the regular season is still fresh in a lot of people's minds. But playoff baseball is different. The Dodgers aren't the same team they were in the regular season, and neither is their pitching staff. That's why Blake Snell is the perfect guy to take the ball in Game 1. Let's talk about his numbers real quick. An ERA of 1.38 over 13 innings pitched, with 18 strikeouts. That's more strikeouts than innings. That's exactly what you want to see from your ace. His whip? 0.77. That's elite. And don't forget, Snell has been here before. He's made 14 postseason appearances, posting a 6-3 record with a 2.92 ERA across 61 innings. 79 strikeouts in those games. This isn't just regular season dominance. This is playoff pedigree. This is why he's starting Game 1. The guy is built for October. The stakes are high, and the schedule reflects that. The Dodgers will play the first 2 games in Milwaukee, then head back to Los Angeles for 3 games at Dodger Stadium. If it goes the distance, Games 6 and 7 will be back in Milwaukee. That puts extra emphasis on taking at least one of those first 2 games on the road. It's simple. You steal 1 game in Milwaukee, and you shift the entire series. You take home field advantage back, and suddenly the pressure is all on them. That's how you set yourself up to win. Look at what happened in the last round with the Phillies. They dropped both games at home and never recovered. People can talk all they want about how heartbreaking their exit was, but let's be real. If your big bats don't show up, you don't deserve to move on. That's what happened to Philly. The Dodgers can't afford to make that same mistake, and the good news is they probably won't. The energy in this clubhouse is different. There's a focus, a sense of urgency, and a belief that they can not only win this series, but that they're built to go all the way. Major League Baseball has weighed in with its prediction, Dodgers in 7. They see this as a battle, a full-on war for the National League pennant. And they believe the Dodgers will find a way to get it done and return to the World Series, with a shot to become the first team in 25 years to repeat as champions. That's a huge storyline in itself. This isn't just about winning, it's about history. What's crazy, though, is that despite everything the Brewers have done, including that sweep of LA earlier this season, they're still the underdogs at home. That tells you how strong the Dodgers look on paper and on the field. Vegas has the Dodgers favored. The over-under is set at 7.5 runs, but honestly, if the bats get going, LA could put up more than that on their own. As for the positional matchups, MLB ran through them one by one. Catcher goes to Milwaukee, mainly because of Will Smith's injury. Fair enough. First base, no surprise, advantage Dodgers with Freddie Freeman. Second base, the Brewers get the nod, though it's debatable depending on who's playing. Shortstop, advantage Dodgers. Mookie's presence is a game changer. Third base also goes to the Dodgers, whether it's Max or Kike. Left field, Brewers again. Center and right field both go to the Dodgers, and DH. Not even close. Shohei takes that for LA starting pitching is a no-brainer. Dodgers all day. The only real controversy is bullpen. MLB gave the edge to Milwaukee, likely based on regular season numbers. But that just doesn't hold up anymore. This is not the same Dodgers bullpen. With the addition of guys like Sasaki, Robleski, and a healthy Kershaw in a flexible role, this group has flipped the narrative. They're deeper. They're more unpredictable. And most importantly, they're fresh. That matters in October. Teams haven't seen Sasaki. They haven't figured him out. That mystery is a huge advantage. If you ask me, the Dodgers should get the bullpen edge, not Milwaukee. When you tally everything up, MLB gives 7 advantages to the Dodgers and 4 to the Brewers. But even that feels conservative. If you flip bullpen and maybe second base, depending on who's in the lineup, it could easily be 8-3 in favor of LA. And honestly, with how they've been playing, it might not even be that close. So here we are, hours away from Game 1, and the buzz around this Dodgers team feels different. It's not just excitement, it's expectation. This isn't a group hoping to catch fire. This is a team that's been carefully built for this very moment. They've weathered injuries, adjusted lineups, reshaped the bullpen, and now they're stepping into October looking as dangerous as ever. And the message is clear. It's time to take care of business. Blake Snell, stepping onto the mound in Milwaukee, sets the tone not just for this series, but for the entire postseason. That first inning is going to be electric. The crowd in Milwaukee will be loud. The stakes will be sky high, but Snell's been through it. He's pitched on the biggest stages, from World Series games to elimination battles, and he knows exactly how to handle the moment. His command, his poise, and his strikeout stuff are tailor-made for playoff pressure. This is the guy you want with the ball when everything is on the line. And don't forget, When your ace puts up zeros early, it changes everything for the offense. It lets hitters relax, find their rhythm, and start stacking runs. Behind him, the bullpen is locked and ready. If Snell can go 5 or 6 strong, you've got a group of relievers lined up who can shut the door. Robleski's velocity, Sasaki's deception, Tanner Scott's movement, they all bring something different. It's not just about pure stuff. These arms haven't been overused, and that freshness is crucial. October is a grind, and you need guys who aren't running on fumes. This Dodgers bullpen might not be full of household names, but they've got one job: get 3 outs, then hand it off. And right now, they're doing it. Offensively, the Dodgers can't afford to wait around. They need to come out aggressive, especially in Game 1. This isn't a series where you can fall behind early and hope to claw your way back. Milwaukee's pitching staff is too disciplined for that. What you want to see is early contact, patient at-bats, and big swings in the right spots. And you know who sets that tone? Mookie Betts. If he's locked in, everything opens up. Whether it's a leadoff double, a stolen base, or a 2-strike RBI single, Mookie's the spark. He changes the energy. And when he gets going, guys like Freeman and Shohei feed off that. Then there's the wild card, Yamamoto, waiting in Game 3. If the Dodgers manage to take one or both games in Milwaukee, Yamamoto pitching at home becomes a serious weapon. He's still somewhat of a mystery to a lot of hitters, especially in the National League, and that unfamiliarity gives him a real edge. His ability to mix speeds and command the strike zone makes him one of the most frustrating guys to face. And the crowd at Dodger Stadium? They're going to be behind him from pitch 1. That's the kind of moment you dream about if you're a rookie coming over from Japan, pitching in a packed house under the lights in the postseason with everything on the line. And right behind him is Tyler Glasnow, rounding out a rotation that honestly might be the best in the postseason. Glasnow has been quietly dominant. His ability to get swings and misses with that fastball-slider combo is unreal. He can dominate lineups the second and third time through. And when he's locked in, there are very few hitters who can square him up consistently. What the Dodgers have done is build a rotation where each arm forces the opponent to change their entire offensive strategy. That's how you win in October, by making teams uncomfortable. Let's not ignore the X factors either. Guys like Kike Hernandez, who always seem to come up with a huge hit when you least expect it. Or Max Muncy, who might not have the flashiest numbers, but has the kind of power that flips a game in one swing. And let's be honest, it wouldn't be the Dodgers postseason without one or two unsung heroes stepping up. That's just how this team operates. Whether it's a clutch hit in the 7th or a diving catch to save a run, someone always finds a way to make an impact. That's what separates a good team from a great one: depth. And if you're Milwaukee, the pressure is real. Sure, they're starting at home, and yes, they did sweep the Dodgers during the regular season. But this isn't the same team. This is playoff Dodgers. They've been here before, and they know how to respond. And for all the talk about Milwaukee's bullpen being their strength, that only matters if you're playing with a lead. If Los Angeles jumps out in front early, and they have the lineup to do it, that completely neutralizes the Brewers' biggest advantage. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are flying across the baseball world, and it seems the Los Angeles Dodgers have just made a move that could shake up the entire league. Sources close to the team are buzzing that the Dodgers have officially closed a deal with none other than Kyle Tucker. If true, this could signal a seismic shift for a squad already loaded with firepower, and the implications for the MLB landscape are enormous. Tucker, a proven force at the plate, has been one of the most talked about hitters over the past seasons, and rumors have long linked him to big-market teams willing to swing for the fences. Now, word on the street is that the Dodgers have secured his services, and the excitement among fans is palpable. Imagine the lineup: a roster already brimming with sluggers now paired with Tucker's blend of power and consistency. The mere thought of what this offense could unleash has pundits and analysts scrambling for adjectives. Insiders suggest the Dodgers didn't hold back in negotiations, reportedly making a package too enticing for Tucker's former team to refuse. While exact details are still under wraps, Whispers hint at a combination of top prospects and cash considerations, a trade that could redefine the Dodgers' approach for the coming seasons. Critics are already speculating how this will impact pitching strategies league-wide. One thing seems certain: pitchers will now have to rethink every at-bat when facing this revamped Dodgers lineup. The timing couldn't be more intriguing. With the postseason looming and rival teams bolstering their rosters, landing Tucker could be the statement move that shifts momentum firmly in Los Angeles' favor. Fans are buzzing on social media, imagining long balls, clutch hits, and highlight reel plays that could dominate the headlines for months. In a sport where rumors can become reality overnight, this potential acquisition is already creating waves that might not settle until the first pitch of the new season. Whether this deal will indeed go down as one of the most talked about moves in recent MLB history remains to be seen, but one thing is undeniable: the Dodgers just sent a message. The rumor mill is alive and well, and if Kyle Tucker is truly heading to Los Angeles, baseball fans everywhere are in for one thrilling ride. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.